TrustSwap Nation, what's going on? It's your boy Pistol. It's been a while since I talked to you, about a week and a half. Hope you had a great Christmas holiday season, and it's New Year's Eve today, so let's get going with another edition of This Week in TrustSwap. Jimmy, what the hell are you doing, man? I said New Year's Eve music, not Halloween music, you idiot. Get out of my sight. You're messing with my mojo. But like I said, it's New Year's Eve, special edition of This Week in TrustSwap, and we're going to get going here. I was scouring the internet. It was a little bit slow for the last week and a half or so, but I was scouring the internet looking for anything TrustSwap related. I didn't find much over the holidays. It was pretty slow going. I did find that there's hot singles in my neighborhood. I did find that there is many Nigerian princes with my email address, but then a gift from the gods came one day. Jeff Kurdakis, CEO of TrustSwap, came back from his Christmas holidays that he spent, I assume, in the forest somewhere with his family, friends, trees, Groot, baby Groot, Captain Planet. They were all there. He came out and he finally unleashed a big teaser tweet for the Q1 2022 for TrustSwap. I'll read it out to you. Coming in Q1 2022, the crypto app, one of the most downloaded crypto apps in the world, is about to relaunch in a big way. Buying, trading, staking crypto will be available all in app, with Swap as the exclusive utility token, providing discounted trading fees and higher APY. This means that just like BNB and FTT, Swap will be the exclusive utility token on one of the most downloaded and used crypto apps in the world. Now, this is insane. Q1 starts tomorrow, so we're looking forward to a massive year in TrustSwap and kicking it off with the crypto app as our crowning achievement, our crowning acquisition, our crowning piece in the crypto puzzle. We're going with that in Q1, and everything is going to revolve around that. Listen to this. The crypto app will have both a centralized and decentralized exchange built in. Now, a lot of people have been asking about an incoming centralized exchange. I remember there was that announcement back in like August or July about liquidity being removed to fund a centralized exchange. Now, Jeff, basically this whole week, everything I'm going to recap, Jeff came into the Telegram groups, kind of had an impromptu AMA with a bunch of people. So if you missed that or don't have time to go back and read it, that's kind of what this episode will be based on. This is what he had to say about centralized exchanges. He said, "Sexes are not the silver bullet they used to be. They are now pump and dump events where insiders on the exchange front run retail and then dump on the listing day. They provide more access to retail buy orders, sure, but so will having Swap on the crypto app, purchasable with credit card. Also, the world is now getting very comfortable with Web3 and DEXs. The sex narrative is dying very quickly. Hex, as an example, never listed on a single sex and grew to the number 3 crypto in the world by market cap. What's important is product development and strong tokenomics, which is exactly where we are putting 110% of our energy in 2022. CEX listing will happen, but TrustSwap community should be very aware that sex listings are not where the battle is won." So that's an interesting take. I know, like, obviously I'm in the Telegrams quite a bit, and I get right up there with when Moon, when Lambo is when CEX. Everybody's asking about it, but this is a good take on it, and people should probably stop hanging their hat on that one thing because it's just a haven for pump and dumpers, and we have a long, bright future ahead of us, so we don't want to focus just on too much on that one thing. Something else that he had mentioned when he popped in was that credit card system is in the plans. There's no timeline. The first priority is obviously optimizing the app itself, but in the future, you can expect TrustSwap credit card, which would be insane. Obviously, I'm assuming we all kind of want the same thing, like the heavy metal friggin' card, so you could flop that baby onto tables when you're out, get the conversation started, and bring some new people into the crypto world for their benefit, of course. Now, there's a lot of talk too. I know recently Jeff had mentioned that there's going to be the long-term staking pools. If you haven't heard anything about this, feel free to DM me. There's a PDF available, and I can send it out to you. It's kind of more for your better understanding. It's probably better that you see it, but I'll kind of give you a little summary on what this PDF says. It says, this model encourages new and old holders to stake their swap long-term and to be rewarded greatly for it, both in Launchpad allocations and staking rewards. It removes swap from the circulating supply and gives staking rewards and Launchpad allocations to the long-term holders. A huge net positive for both the swap token and the Launchpads. The Launchpads and the swap staking rewards will be weighted towards those with long-term vision. The new iteration is a win-win for everyone involved in the long-term success of the project. And I see anytime people are asking, that was the end of that quote, but now this is just my little rant. Anytime somebody comes in asking or complaining about the long-term pool or things like, where's the CEX? I can pretty much immediately tell most of them are short-term vision. They want to make sure they get their profits out before the end of this supposed bull run. They want to pump and dump and flip coins, get in and out of swap just so they can make some money at somebody else's expense. That is not where our vision is. Our vision is long-term. Our vision is disrupting the financial world, and you stick around with us long-term, you're going to be rewarded for it. Now, also things that were coming up, we're talking about airdrops. Now, I know a couple hours ago, actually, news dropped that buying.com airdrops were sent out and token place airdrops were sent out. So that keeps TrustSwap at their word of saying that there would be multiple airdrops by the end of the year. So if you believe you were in the top 1,000 stakers during the time of the launch applications for both token place and buying.com, check your wallet. They're not scam coins. They're the real deal. Check it out and be happy about that. But here is another take that Jeff had on airdrops when people were asking about, are we going to have airdrops for every launch? Are they going to be going forward? Can we get a timeline on when they're going to be? This was his reply. Not all of them have airdrops, and most of the recent ones do not have airdrops, as launchpads are a dime a dozen now. So these projects have no need or desire to give away 0.5% of their total supply. Airdrops will be much less common than before. There no longer is reason or incentive for projects to give away so much free money. Many of the gazillion other launch pads charge zero fees. So giving away a percentage of supply for free is now a hard sell in negotiations. It was a lot easier when TrustSwap was one of the only couple options. Like I said, airdrops came out today, but they won't be announced ahead of time, as coordinating with projects can sometimes be challenging. We never want to announce concrete deadline when we don't have direct control over them, which makes sense. Everybody always gets pissed off when you give a date, kind of just trying to appease people, and then even if you're a few hours off home, man, people lose their shit. Just calm down. We'll give maybe broader timelines like Q1, Q2, and stuff like that, but we're never going to give direct timelines unless we are 100% in control of that. And we all know how unpredictable blockchain and stuff can be. More questions were about the long-term staking pool will be... yes. So people were asking about the top 1,000 stakers or swap score Telegram group. That will go into effect based on once the long-term staking pool is there. So whoever has the highest scores will be in that top 1,000, and they can kind of have some insider intel or maybe a bit more pull in getting things done in TrustSwap. I saw something, I was a little confused myself. I asked for clarification, but I still hadn't got a reply, and I wanted to record this sooner rather than later. But I read something that the snapshot for PUSDC was taken. So that means, I think, that the Pulse chain must be going live soon. But just stay tuned on that. I'll try and get something concrete for that, because if you were staking in the main pool since the summertime, then and you stayed in during that, and you staked and you were in during that 1 week, then you would qualify for that airdrop. But just hang tight on that. I'll try and get some more answers for you on that one. Now I'll just give you some little footnotes here. For when the long-term staking does go live, you will have to unstake from the main pool, and you will have to restake in the long term, because it's impossible to migrate on-chain data without a gas fee. So that's going to happen. But there was a vote put in the announcement channel recently, so you can go back and check that, where you would prefer to see the long-term staking pool, what network. I think the options were BSC, Avalanche, Polygon, and Ethereum. So if you wanted to have your voice heard on that, go to the announcement room and have your voice heard in that vote. And then just one more reminder for you all here. If you're moving your stake from one chain to another, this question's come up quite a bit. If you're moving your stake from one chain to another, say you wanted to get out of Ethereum and you wanted to go to Polygon, you do the unstake, you wait the 7 days, and then if you do the second transaction of the unstake the 7 days later, and then bridge, and then restake all in that same day, your swap score will have zero effect. It will stay the same. So you won't lose anything if you were thinking of changing chains and moving somewhere else. All right. I think that pretty much wraps things up. I know there should be an AMA with Jeff very soon. I sent him a list of all of your questions to give him kind of a heads up, and I'm thinking probably within the next week you'll get that YouTube video from him. But in the meantime and in between time, I know it's New Year's Eve. You'll all have safe. Go out there, have a lot of fun, and yeah, I'll talk to you in the chats. Hit me up if you have any questions or concerns. I'll talk to you later. Happy New Year. Oh, Jimmy, what the hell, man? Again with the Halloween music? Ugh. Yeah, actually, this isn't bad. Pew, pew.